Hello and welcome back to Mondo Musings. I'm your presenter, Nick Carter McLean. Now, with the SEC Indoor Track and Field Championships around the corner, we've dusted off the charting model that proved fairly instructive for the men's and women's 100 meters in Tokyo to give you an idea of how the top contenders stack up as they prepare to take to the track for the men's 60-meter event at Texas A&M's Gilliam Indoor Stadium. Spoiler alert, defending champion Dante Brown of Auburn is a bit off the pace and doesn't feature. Here are the 10 dudes that do. LSU's Kenroy Higgins, a 6'59" man in his days as a UCLA Bruin, owes his occupation of the number 10 spot to commendable consistency following a slightly shaky start to the season. The ability to string consecutive 660s together, as he's managed in 2 meets so far, could prove critical in the Jamaican's quest to kick off his championship career in Baton Rouge with a bang. More 60 times slower than 680 when compared with marks faster than 670 certainly doesn't scream top 10 ranker when one looks at Demarcus Fleming's seasonal track record to date. However, thanks to a quality 660 PB behind a dangerous Ghanaian Olympian Benjamin Azamati at the New Mexico Classic, the LSU man scored big in a relative ranking system for top-level potential. The ability to challenge for a medal is definitely there. It's now just a matter of whether the highly decorated high school sprint champ out of Florida can put the races together when the big stage beckons. At number 8 is Georgia's Delano Dunkley, who is currently enjoying the finest season by far of his collegiate career. With 4 660-something performances in just 7 60-meter starts in 2022, the ex-Jamaica College man has bolted out of obscurity squarely into contention to make the SEC Indoor Champs Final in this event. He'll almost certainly accomplish this feat if he's able to replicate the 665 PB produced in his heat at the Tiger Paw Invitational approximately 2 weeks ago in the upcoming SEC Indoor Prelims. At number 7 is the first member of Florida's three-headed 60-meter monster, Tyler Davis. Last across the line in last year's final at SEC Indoors, the tall sophomore, who probably has more potential over 200 meters at this point, appears much improved in the 60 this season. This progress was emphasized by his impressive 3-race, 3 PB outing at the Bob Pollock Invitational in January, which he capped with a solid 664 third-place finish in a high-quality finale. Texas A&M's Devon A-Chain, who toted the rock for almost 1,000 yards at a healthy 7 yards per carry clip for the Aggies football team in 2021, steps into the 6th spot. The 5'9" sprinter made a seamless transition to the track from the gridiron with the flip of the calendar, powering his way to an impressive 663 PB to take top honors in the 60 at the Don Kirby Elite Meet in early February. PJ Austin, an accomplished leaper with speed to burn, pops up in position number 5. 5th in a terrific long jump comp at indoor SECs in 2021, the former Arizona Wildcat has truly come into his own as a 60-meter sprinter this season. Having announced himself as a medal threat with 6'6" low PBs in his first 2 races at the Bob Pollock Invitational in late January, he further solidified his claim by taking the subsequent final with a second 663 time at the meet, ahead of Gator teammates Dietrich Vanover and Tyler Davis. Austin's fellow Florida Gator Dietrich Vanover, who occupies the 4th spot, looked about as good a bet for gold as anyone in the conference until a certain Nigerian, who features further up on this list, collared him in the heats at the Tyson Invitational. This happened just about a month after he'd kept a then marauding Dondrea Swint honest with a swift 660 PB run for second in the final at the Clemson Invitational. Tyson Invitational blowout notwithstanding, Last year's 4th placer in this event should still fancy his chances of improving on that finish during the upcoming edition of SEC Indoors. Slotting in at number 3 on our chart is Kentucky's current top sprinter Lan Slang, who'll be keen to set the record straight after finishing a disappointing 5th in what was a very winnable final in 2021. In what will turn out to be his last meet before taking to the track in College Station, he advertised encouraging form by clustering 3 times in the mid to low 6.6s, highlighted by a 6:61 PB semi at Clemson's Tiger Paw Invitational. At number 2 is multi-talented Georgia Bulldog Matthew Bowling, who is in the midst of his best season as a 60-meter man. At the Samford Invitational in January, he produced times of 6:65 in the prelims and a personal best 6:60 in the final to comfortably get the better of teammate Dunkley. If the Houston native, who has a tendency to tighten up under pressure, can manage to stay relaxed, he should be right in the mix for gold, silver, and bronze. Move over, Christian Okoye. There's a new Nigerian menace on the prowl who's causing opponents sleepless nights. At number 1 is Tennessee's Favor Ashe, the freshman sensation who has taken the world of college sprinting by storm during his first indoor campaign in Knoxville. Following a blazing 6:58 debut run, the talented teenager from Delta State posted an even more ominous-looking 6:52 SEC leading time in his next race, effortlessly putting more than a tenth on the likes of Dietrich Vanover in his heat at the Tyson Invitational. On the evidence of these performances, he'll be a very hard man to beat in College Station, providing, of course, that he's physically right. So that's it for the men's version of our SEC Indoor Track and Field Championships form chart. Now, I'd love to get your thoughts on how you see things playing out. You can also check out the women's version and do likewise. Thanks as always for checking out the content. Until next time, Godspeed.